debugging, it is not yet completed. But to understand some parts and some concepts of testing, you need to know the concepts of object-oriented programming also. So let's first complete unit number 4, and then we'll move back to remaining points of testing unit. So what is object-oriented programming? Everyone knows. So where you create classes and all, that is okay. But basically the more focus is on objects. And whereas in procedural programming, the more focus is on procedure, how to do the task. And in object-oriented programming, more focus is on objects. What can be objects? What are the properties of objects? Which functionalities can be performed by object, and so on. For example, if we are talking about library system, so where a student can issue a book. Now, if you will write a procedural program, what you will do? You can write a function return book, to which you will pass student name, book ID, and every other information, and it will be entered in a system that book is written. But in object-oriented case, there will be a book object, there will be a student object, there will be a library object. All the objects will work together. That librarian will take a book back. So everything will work together, and which resembles the real world process, And you students already have studied C++, Java and all. So you already know what are the benefits, advantages and all. You already know how to write classes in C++, Java. So in this session, so we will see how you can do all these things in Python. What is the syntax and all. So if I want to define a class, I'll start with class followed by class name. Let's say I'm calling it my first class, or I'm calling it as, let's say, my class _1, as it is my first class. Then followed by colon, enter. So again, it's a block. The way function is a block, for loop is a block, while is a block and all. My class _1 is also, so class is also a block. So after class name, we'll go for colon. And now here, let's say I can define some attributes or variables, something like this. Let's say I'm writing x is equal to 5, y is equal to 6. So that's it. I'm not doing anything extra in this class. It is a simple class. So my class 1 is a name having two attributes x and y with the values of 5 and 6. So let's create the object of my class 1. I'm calling it, let's say, MC1, or call it O1. O1 is equal to my class _ so 1, and let's say print O1 dot x. So here what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create the object of a class and then simply print the value of attribute x, which is available in my class. Since it is a first program in this notebook, it will take some time to run. Okay, it's saying 5. Now I want to create another object. Let's say I'm going for O1 dot x is equal to 10. It's O1 dot x is equal to 10. Now I'm going to create another object of this class, that is object O2, and I'll print the value of O2 dot x. So both are 5. This is 5, this is 5. So means what? This x is not shared, this x and y attributes, these are not shared among the class. Am I right? Sorry, these attributes are not shared among the class objects. So there are two objects, O1 and O2. It is a Python, we don't need to use keyword new. It's simply object name equal to and a class name. And here if you want to pass some values which should be initialized in a class constructor, then we can pass it in the brackets. So it's simple. So this is a simple representation how to define a class, how to create the object of a class and attributes. Now, if we'll see here, attribute X, attribute Y, both are accessible outside the class. Why? Because by default, okay, it can be simple understanding that it is a public attribute. So let's say how to define class constructor. How to define constructor in the class. Let's say I'm calling it, let's say my class, and I want to define a constructor. So normally in C++ or Java, the name of a constructor and name of a class is same. That is a special function with the same name as a constructor, same name as a class. But in Python, it is not like that. Underscore underscore init underscore underscore. So double underscore init double underscore. So this is how we define the constructor in a Python. Then opening bracket followed by self. So it doesn't matter whether a function is receiving any parameter or not. Irrespective of that, we have to pass one argument without any option, that is self. Self means what? It is like this pointer in Java or C++, which refers to the current instance of object, which refers to the current instance of an object which is dealing with a class attributes, which is dealing with class attributes and so on. So let's say here I print we are in constructor. And okay, I'll define one more method as a say hi. So it's a method say hi. Again, since it is a method, I must pass self, even though there are no attributes or anything else. And it will print hi. Now I can create the object O1 is equal to my class and O1 dot say hi. So the moment object is getting constructed, constructor is called, that is we are in constructor, it says, and then I'm calling a method say hi over here, so it is getting called. So in Python there are no special names for constructor, or it's like there is no rule like a constructor name and class name should be same. The constructor name is fixed, and that is double underscore init double underscore. Okay, so both the sample codes are currently in your chat section for your reference. Any query class till this point? If I'm not self in, okay, so error or not. So Rutvik is asking if self is not returned, is it an error? Okay, let's delete this self. See, double underscore init double underscore, or init takes 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. Means what? I'm saying init, it takes no arguments, but the moment init will be called internally, it will pass one argument, that is this. That is this or self, or the pointer to the current object, which is passed by Python internally. But here there is nothing to receive it. Now, if I'll save it, so the error was while object was getting created. Am I right? Now, if I'll run it one more time, now it is saying say hi. Take 0 positional arguments. Why? Here I'm not passing anything, but was given one. Self was passed by default by Python internally. Now, if I'll run it, it works fine. Okay, Ritik? Okay. Anyone else having any other query? Okay, good. So now, what about defining the arguments? Public, private, protected, and all. So let's say I want to define some arguments. So so what I can do is I can write arguments over here in the constructor. So here I can define something like this. Self means for current object dot x is equal to, let's say, 5, and self dot y is equal to 10. And I can define a function, let's say print values, which will take one argument self, and then, oh, I forgot colon. So print self dot x, or I can write something like this: value of x is, and y, value of x and y. Followed by dot format, where I can pass self dot x comma self dot y. So now I'll add one more function method call, that is o1 dot print underscore values. The value of x is 5, value of y is 10. So now, yes, x and y is defined, but the most important question is whether x is a public, private, or protected, and whether y is a public, private, or protected. So let's test it simply. We will go for o1 dot x. So can we access x outside the class? Yes, so we can access x outside the class methods. So we can access x outside the class methods. Means x is public or private or protected. Yes, class. This means what? Whether x is public or private or protected. It simply indicates it's a public. It is not. It is neither private nor protected. It's a public. I can access it outside the class. I can access it outside the class. So let's say I'm writing x is a public attribute or attribute with public access specifier. Value of x, something like this. So how can we make it private then? How can we make it private? Okay, copy and paste. Let me delete few things. So say hi, I'm deleting. So I'll go for self dot double underscore x and self dot double underscore y. So what we have done is we have added a double underscore. So now it is saying my class object has no attribute x, and where is the error? Oh, here. Why? Here I am specified it has double underscore x. Means it is a private, and I must refer it as self dot double underscore x and self dot double underscore y wherever they are being referred. Wherever they are being referred. It is not that I'll specify double underscore over here, double underscore over here, and next time I can write self dot x, self dot y. It is not like that. Now let's check whether it is accessible outside the class scope or not. Let's say o1 dot x. now it is not allowing the access for attribute X outside the class. When we are trying to print o1.x, it is giving an error that my class object has no attribute X. But whereas when we are trying to, okay, I should have double underscore over here. Sorry. It's saying that my class object has no attribute double underscore X. Whereas over here in print values method, it is allowing both the things. It is allowing the access to both the attributes, that is double underscore X and double underscore Y. So this is how we can make attributes protected. So can you tell me what it is called as when we are hiding the data? The attributes are not accessible outside the class. It is called as what? It is called as abstraction or encapsulation or hiding. What it is known as? So X is not accessible outside, no? So what it is called as? Is it called as abstraction or encapsulation or hiding? Yes, class. So you, some of you have already placed. You are already appearing for interviews, so must be aware of this thing. Okay. Please have a look. It is encapsulation. So we are keeping the data and function which operates together. Okay. Then let's define a proper class. It was simple, what we can say, basic understanding or basic requirement how it works. So let's define a proper class. Let's say I'm defining a class student. Then if it is a student class, if it is a class, there must be a constructor self. But here I want to define some attributes like student name, roll number, mass, branch, year. What can I do? In that case, I'll pass these attributes as a argument to the constructor. So let's say name, roll number. Okay, I'll go with grade, branch, and year. So, and now since they are private, I'll write self dot double underscore name is equal to name, then self dot double underscore roll number is equal to roll number, then self dot, okay, it should be double underscore private is equal to grade, then self dot double underscore branch equal to branch, and self dot double underscore year is equal to year. Then there's something called as a getter and setter methods. Am I right? Yes, class. So what are getter methods and what are setter methods? Get and set methods. It's something called as get and set methods. Huh? So what do you mean by get and set methods? And why do we need get methods and set methods? It's simply to hide the information. Am I right? So you are like I can okay, this thing get the data, set those data private variables. Okay. See, get methods, set methods are required. Why? Because all the arguments are private arguments. All the attributes are private attributes or public protected attributes. So I cannot access those. So if I want to access those attributes, I should write get methods, which will give me the value for those attributes. And if I want to set the values, I should use set methods, and these set methods must check or validate the value before assigning. For example, if roll number should be, let's say, 7 digit. It should begin with some number, some format it should match. Then what about grade? Grade should be greater than 0 and less than 5 or something like that. Then branch should be one of the branch which is available in the college. Year should be FE, SE, TB, should not be less than that or greater than that, something like that. So okay, now I'll not write everything over here. Let's start with get methods. So get underscore name, which will take self as argument, and it will return self dot double underscore name. Similarly, I can define other methods, get underscore roll number, and it will return self dot oh, double underscore roll number. And next is get underscore grade, and return self dot double underscore oh, I forgot dot self dot double underscore grade. Next thing after grade, it's a branch. So get underscore branch self, and return self dot double underscore branch. And finally year, get underscore year by passing self, and it will return self dot double underscore year. So now after get methods, let's go for set methods. Set everything, set name, roll number, grade, branch, and year. So the input argument will be name over here, then roll number over here. Here it will be grade. Here it's a branch, and here it is year. So now how can we check whether the name is proper or not? So we can have some arguments. Sorry, you can have some validation. For example, if length of name is less than 10, means what? It's something wrong. Will return false, that I cannot assign. Then if name dot is alpha. So what is alpha? How can you ensure that the string is only containing alphabets? Yes, class. How can you ensure that it has only alphabets? Is it alpha? If it is not alphabet, will return false. Okay, let's not now. I will not add many more constants. Let's say self. Let's say where I have only two constants. It should be alphabet, and it should be less than. It should be at least 10 letters. If both the conditions are true, then I'll assign the name and return true. So this is what set methods are meant for. Means what? They will first check whether a particular criteria or particular set of criteria are met by the particular value, this value or not. If criteria are not met, then it will return false, and it will not assign the value. Here value is not assigned. Similarly for roll number, let's say we can have, let's say roll number is a string. and the minimum length is 7 digit. Roll number is a string, or let's say minimum length should be 7 digit. So what we can do, let's say temp is equal to str. I'm converting roll number into string just to check whether it's a whether the length is 7 digit or not. So here, and then if length of this temp, if it is not equal to 7, it should be exactly 7, no? It should be exactly 7. If it is not equal to 7, then we will return false. Then Python, it can take any data type, but we must check whether it's a number or not, and it will be an integer. It will not be a floating point number or anything else. So how can I check it? If temp dot is digit, if it is not digit, then we should return false. And if everything is okay, let's say these two conditions satisfied, then we can assign roll number. And after assigning the roll number, if both the conditions are true, then we will assign the roll number, and after assigning the roll number, will return true, that okay, value is assigned. But if this set roll number function return false, it means what? Value is not assigned. Similarly, we can check for grade also. Okay, now let's say, just to save on time. Okay, there's one condition only. I can take this time to write it. It is not much time. Grade. I can say that first of all, I must check is it a numeric or not, because grade can be a floating point number. So I'll check first. Okay, first I'll convert this grade into string, and let's call it temp. Temp is equal to str. So because if a number is passed, I can convert and still I can work on it. Temp is equal to string, and then what I'm checking, if temp dot is numeric. If it is not numeric, it must be numeric, am I right? But if it is not numeric, I can return false. And the second condition that I can check is if grade is less than 0, or again less than equal to 0, or let's say minimum grade should be 2, and or grade is greater than 5. If one of the condition is true, then we can return false. Otherwise, grade can be assigned and written. Similarly, it can be set for branch and year. How can we check for branch? We can simply, let's say, possible branches. So I can write possible branches, or yes, what are the branches possible in our college? Let's say IT, CE, AI, BDA, Big Data Analytics, let's say mechanical engineering. Okay, let's do it. And now check if the branch which is supplied is not in this possible branches list. If the branch which is supplied as an argument, it is not in this thing, then we will return false. Otherwise, we can assign the value and return true. Similarly, it can be done for year, FEACTEB. We can do it over here. If the year which is passed So let's say, okay, instead of branches, it will be possible years. Since we are in engineering colleges, years can be FE, then SE, TE, and BE. And if the year value which is supplied, if it is not in this possible years, then return false. Otherwise, the value is valid. We can assign the value of year and then return true. So this is how we can write get and set methods. So as a rule, we can start get methods with get underscore name and set methods with set underscore names. So let us start by creating the object of a class. The function, sorry, the class name is student. So here, create the object. Let's say S1 is the object of student class, which returns what? Sorry, which takes the argument name. So let's say name is Ajay. What is second argument? Name, roll number, grade. Okay, name, roll number, grade, branch here. Name, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then grade, let's say 4.8. Branch IT, year DE. Okay, I forgot to add one more method. Def print object, which will take a self as argument and it will print the values. Let's say self dot double underscore name, comma self dot double underscore roll number, comma self dot double underscore grade, then self dot double underscore branch, and finally self dot double underscore year. So object we have created, let's call the method s1 dot print underscore object. So Ajay is roll number and all. So now let's try to get a particular value. I'm calling the print method and it's by passing s1 dot get underscore name. So what it is returning? See, okay, I should call the method, not pass only name. So it is returning age. Let's say I want to change the name. I want to change the name. So I'm calling it as a s1 dot set underscore name and Rahul Mehta is a name that I want to set. And now let's call again this get name method to check whether it is okay. Now what it is saying set name. It takes one position arguments but two were given. Where is set name method? So now I did a big blunder everywhere. I must add self to every method which is defined. I forgot to write self. Branch and year. Let us run it. Less than not supported between instead of string and int. Okay, less than is not supported between string and int line number. This Rahul Mehta. Setting the name. Yes. Now There is a typo from my side in set name method. Where is set name? Yes. The closing bracket should be here, not here. So it's a typo from my side. It is alpha, not double ALPHA, it's ALPHA. So one more typo from my side. Yes, but again it is saying that the get name Ajay. I have called set name method by passing Rahul Mehta, but again it is saying the name is Ajay only. It is again printing the name Ajay. So why so? Set name self dot double underscore name is equal to the given name. So let us check here. What's the return value? RET is equal to this, and print RET. Okay, it is not able to set the name. I guess it is because of this space. Alpha is alpha. It does not suppose space, I guess. So Rahul Mehta. Okay, I'm changing it to Chandrasekhar. Yes, it's true. So name is set, and it is Chandrasekhar. So there should be some change. It should accept space characters in the string and then convert it. So how can I do it? It's simple thing. Okay, where is the name? Yes. Here what can I do? Instead of name, I can use temp. Temp is equal to name dot replace. So how this replace method works? Yes, class. How this Python replace method works? What should be the arguments? So can I write here name, comma? If there is a space, replace it by nothing. Sorry, replace it by name dot replace. If there is a space, replace it by nothing. It will be stored in 10. Let's say, and here I can check for 10. Uh, Sorry, length should be check for name only because space is also character, and here for alphabet I'll check for 10. If 10 is alphabet, I hope now it should work fine. Chandrasekhar is working, and Rahul Mehta. Yes, Rahul Mehta is also working now. So only simple thing, I replace the space character with nothing. So and now I can check that function, whether it is a alphabet or not, and it works fine. So similarly, we can check for other methods also, like instead of name, let's say I want to set the branch. Branch I'm setting as AI, which was earlier IT, and here instead of get underscore name, it should be get underscore branch. Yes, it works fine. So the branch is changed to AI. So class, any query in this topic? Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy paste the code in chat section for your reference. If you want, you can try this code on your own. Take a minute to try this code on your own, and please feel free to ask any query if you have. Okay, last was what? Set name. After set name. Okay. Setting the grade. After setting the grade, printing the object and remaining part. This much. So class, take 2 minutes. It will code is available with you. You can copy the code. You can try other things, and please tell me if I have done anything wrong in other methods for setting or getting. Okay, no queries. Good. I hope you must have tried this code on your own, and there is no query. Thank you. So let's say now I want to destroy this object S1. So I can destroy it with the help of a delete keyword. So del S1. So it will simply destroy the object S1. In C++ or Java, we have destructor also. So here, do we have destructor in Python? Yes, we do have destructor in Python. It is defined with double underscore del. It is defined with what? Double underscore del. Del stands for what? Destructor. So double underscore del, double underscore and self. So now let's say here I'm adding a print statement. Object of student is destroyed. Dot format to which I'm passing self dot double underscore name. So now this is a destructor. Now if I'll run this code, what happened to self? Exception occurred. File the name SEL is not defined. I did some mistake while in destructor. It should be self, not SEL. My bad. See, the moment I am calling del S1, it is calling the destructor. It's saying that the object of student Rahul Mehta is destroyed, which is the updated name. Earlier it was Ajay, but now it is Rahul Mehta. So it is destroyed. So this is about a constructor, destructor. Okay, let me comment this part, run it. Now let's say I'm calling a dir function by passing S1. We have already seen what dir function is. So dir function simply returns the attributes and methods available in the class. So now it is saying that S1. So there is attribute underscore student double underscore branch underscore student. So this is a class name, this is a attribute name, and it simply indicates branch is a private attribute, grade is a private attribute, name is a private attribute, roll number is a private attribute, year is a private attribute. Then There is a destructor and other methods available in the class, including these are the get methods: get what, get, bring object, and set methods. So information is available. So we can pass. So if you have an object in Python and you want to check what are the attributes and methods available in the class, you can simply pass it to dir function. Any query or any doubt, class, in today's session? If you have any query or doubt, please feel free to ask. Okay, no?
Sir, can you please repeat what is the syllabus of medicine?
Sorry?
Syllabus of medicine.
Okay, it is unit 1 and unit 2.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, nice query. Okay, so there is no more query. Okay, so there are no more queries. So let's go for attendance. I'll first the recording first. Okay, I'll stop the recording first.